All right, let's get right into it. Today, we're cutting through all the noise, all the bro science, and all the complicated fitness hacks out there. We're going to give you a simple, no-nonsense, science-backed guide for one thing: building muscle. Let's go. You know that feeling, right? You're hitting the gym, you're trying to eat well, you're putting in the effort, but you look in the mirror and nothing's really changing. It is one of the most frustrating things ever. But what if the problem isn't your work ethic? What if it's just your game plan? And that's really the heart of the matter. The fitness world loves to make everything seem incredibly complex, like you need a PhD to figure it out. But the truth? The basic principles are dead simple. They're just buried under a mountain of bad advice. And we're here to dig them out. So how do we make that switch from just guessing what might work to actually progressing? Well, first we gotta look at the common traps people fall into. That feeling of being stuck, it usually comes from bouncing around between random workouts you saw online, jumping on the newest diet fad, and maybe wasting money on supplements that promise the world. It's a recipe for stagnation. So how do we break that cycle for good? We have to go back to square one. It's time to talk about the single most important factor, the one thing proven by science that actually flips the muscle growth switch in your body. And trust me, it's probably not what you think. Okay, let's be real clear about this. Chasing that skin-splitting pump, feeling that deep muscular burn, or being crazy sore the next day, it all feels productive, right? It feels like you've done something incredible. And while those feelings are satisfying, they are not the main reason you grow. They're just byproducts of the work, not the cause. So what is the cause? It's this: mechanical tension. That's the ballgame. Think of it as the literal pulling and stretching force that a heavy weight puts on your muscle fibers. That tension is the signal that basically screams at your body, hey, we need to get bigger and stronger to survive this. It is the undisputed king of building muscle. And this image here shows you exactly what I'm talking about. As you lift, those individual muscle fibers are put under load. They're stretched. That physical tension is the language your muscles speak. The more effective tension you can create, the louder and clearer that signal for growth becomes. Okay, great. So if mechanical tension is our number one goal, how do we actually create it? Well, the key is intensity. You have to really challenge your muscles. That means training close to muscular failure. You know, that point in a set where you physically cannot squeeze out another good-looking rep, no matter how hard you try. And that right there is the million-dollar question, isn't it? What does close to failure actually mean? We can't just guess. We need a real, practical tool we can use to measure our effort on every single set we do. And here is that tool. It's called the RIR scale, which stands for reps in reserve. It's just a simple, honest way to ask yourself at the end of a set, how many more good reps did I really have left in the tank? 0 RIR means you hit absolute failure. 1 RIR means you could have done just one more. 2 RIR, 2 more. See? Super simple. And for most of your tough sets, this is the magic number, 1 RIR. Aiming to finish your set with just one perfect rep left in reserve is the absolute sweet spot. It guarantees you've created enough of that critical tension for growth, but without creating so much fatigue that it wrecks the rest of your workout. So creating that intense stimulus, that's step one. But to keep the gains coming week after week, month after month, you need an engine. You have to make sure the challenge is always, always increasing. You really need to burn this idea into your brain. The reason your body builds bigger muscles in the first place is so it can produce more force. A bigger muscle is a stronger muscle. So if you are consistently getting stronger in the gym, that is the single best sign that you are also getting bigger. The two go hand in hand. This whole concept is called progressive overload, and it's beautifully simple. There are really two main ways to do it. You can either add a little bit of weight to the bar, or you can take the same weight you used last time and just push for 1 or 2 more reps. That's it. It's that simple, and it's that powerful. But here's the thing. You can't progress what you don't track. This is why writing your workouts down is non-negotiable. Your logbook, whether it's a notepad or an app, is your compass. It tells you exactly what you did last time, so you have a concrete target to beat this time. If the numbers in that logbook are going up, you're building muscle, period. So we've covered the big why. It's all about tension and progression. Now let's dive into the practical how. How do you actually set up your workouts to make all this happen? Let's simplify exercise selection right now. You can stop worrying about muscle confusion or needing tons of variety. A good exercise just has to pass this 4-point test. 1. Does it actually target the muscle you're trying to work? 2. Is it stable enough for you to push hard? 3. Does it feel good on your joints? And 4. Can you add weight or reps to it over time? If yes to all, it's a great exercise. Now, what about how many reps you should do? Look, you can build muscle in pretty much any rep range if you train hard enough. But this 4 to 10 rep range is often the most efficient. It lets you use a weight that's heavy and challenging, but it's not so brutally heavy it beats up your joints, or so light that you get gassed before your muscles do. It's the best of both worlds. And when we talk about how many sets to do, your training volume, remember that more is not always better. It's just like this bell curve. If you do too little, you're not giving your body enough reason to grow. But if you do too much, you just start piling on fatigue and damage that your body can't recover from, and your progress can actually go backward.
So where is that sweet spot on the curve? Well, for most people, a great starting point is somewhere between 3 and 10 hard sets for each muscle group per week. Your bigger, stronger muscles like your back and legs can probably handle the higher end of that range. Smaller ones like your biceps, which get a lot of indirect work anyway, are probably good on the lower end.
Okay, we have covered a ton of ground here, so let's boil it all down into one simple, actionable blueprint that you can take with you to the gym tomorrow.
This is it. This is the entire playbook. Train hard, aiming for about 1 rep left in the tank. Make it your mission to get stronger over time. Use good, clean form on every single rep. Don't rush your rest between sets. Take at least 2.5 to 5 minutes. And above all, just focus on these fundamentals. This is what actually moves the needle.
And there you have it. The guesswork is officially over. The path is clear. You now have the simple, evidence-based principles that actually work with all the fluff stripped away. The only question left is, what are you going to do with them?